The E-Flite RV-7, the first time I saw this RC plane and when it was released, I just had to have one, and I was right, because it is a fantastic flying RC plane. I've had so many enjoyable flights with mine, and then I saw that they had a sale on this one. I just picked it up really cheap during the winter, and I just experimented with the floats then. So this is a FMS float set that I have modified just to work on this RC plane. And in order to have everything to work just as I have done, at least, I used the stock front landing gears then, just have them angled the other way around, so they angle forward instead of angling back like they are with wheels then. And I also shortened the brace then for the rear mount of the float set, and then I have a good angle just to get this one flying good. And with just some adjustments then of the floats and just the CG and everything, because I have like a 4S battery usually in this one, and I just shove the battery, 2200 milliamp battery, just all the way forward, and then it's balanced without anything special going on. So I mean, I'm really enjoying this RC plane, and I think that in general manufacturers should really do more like civilian low-wing RC planes with floats, because they are so fun, and I think they're more agile and more sporty. So please just make them, and I would certainly just purchase them, as others will. But right now I just want to get this one flying, because it is such a rewarding and fun experience. So just kind of a throttle push down, just to push the full elevator. This one jumps up in the air. Just after rain, so I have a really nice rainbow just straight ahead. And I'm really enjoying to fly this RV-7 with floats. I mean, it's a beautiful RC plane, as is when you have floats on any RC plane. I think they do get more beautiful and more realistic looking. And right now, I mean, there's hardly any wind. Almost dead calm, as it usually is after you have kind of a rain. It does calm down, and just in the northern part of Sweden then, as this flight is in, I mean, the weather is just changing really rapidly. So when you have the opportunity to go and fly, and you have like no wind, and especially a nice sky like this for orientation, I just had to grab my RV-7 and get it up in the air. And I mean, just took a lot of thinking just to get everything set up the correct way. But now I think it just flies almost as good as without floats. It's a little bit heavier, of course. I mean, it's a fun, sporty RC plane to fly. Not really, I mean, it's not the snappiest one, but it surely has a good roll rate and a good agility. Just using rudder to kick this one around. You can I tight turns also. This light is on a 4S 2200 milliamp battery, and I think that although you can do 3S with floats, I would certainly just prefer 4S. Also, the added weight then in the nose does make that this one is really well balanced. Now, on the first one of the first flights I had with this RV-7 then with floats, I did have a kind of a crazy opportunity to do some interesting flying, and surely I had a few really bad takeoffs and one mishap actually, where I kind of plopped down the RC plane, and the mounting points then for the floats, they did rip out of the foam, so I had to glue them back in, but no other damage than that. But since, I mean, all the adjustments I've done and just had the right angle on the rear mount and on the float set to have the wing in the right angle, I think it just flies nice. I wouldn't say that this is the best float RC plane I have, because that might be like the FMS Ranger 1.2, which is just fantastic. And even I have the Hobby King really old TL2000, and it's just a fantastic float plane, just so agile and easy flying and lightweight. But I'm enjoying this one very much. I think it's a well-rounded plane. I really don't like planes which has a slow roll rate, because then at least I think it's not as fun to fly them. But this one, as you can see, you can go really gentle and do things, and it's I do push the throttle kind of a constant during this flight, so maybe I'm staying more like 75% throttle almost all the time and just going around 50-60 to take a little bit easier. Certainly you don't have to push this 100% on 4S. So you can go around and just have a kind of a gentle flight also if you enjoy to fly more scale-like. And you certainly can hear my kids just playing in the background. I think they're really excited after the rain just to get outside a bit and play for a while. So I guess we're all excited just to get out when there's been a lot of rain. So I'm just getting ready to get this one down. I think I have about minutes left on the timer. Usually, some planes are just really enjoyable to fly slow. This one is, it's okay to fly slow. I wouldn't say that it's the most floaty RC airplane I have. And I do have to kind of press down the nose when I have full flaps engaged, just to get it down, because it really does want to keep on just going straight and really not drop too much. So it's a kind of a odd thing that it's not too floaty on the other hand, and on the other hand it can be with full flaps engaged a little bit too floaty when you're about to just get it down. So I think that we'll do an approach which just straight towards me because there's no wind. Just getting this one down, just pressing the nose down so I have a good altitude, and just facing me, and try to avoid these things growing in the lake, then just drop it down more or less just in front of me. Really enjoyable flight, an interesting modification I've done on this RV-7.